The 2024 Kia EV9 is the three-row SUV you didn't know you wanted because you've never seen anything like it. Entering an all-new segment, Kia is the first in the non-luxury electric three-row SUV space. Yes, it's a mouthful, but the more you experience the EV9 GT-Line, the more you'll realize what a great ride it is. The Telluride is cool, too, but the EV9 moves like a dashing fashion Kia in this SUV territory. In fact, there's room for both three-row SUVs in Kia's lineup. As pricing for the EV9 is expected to start at $20,000 over the base Telluride. Gulp. Pricing is just the beginning of the 2024 Kia EV9 story. Our 2024 EV9 GT-Line AWD test SUV meets the high standards set by Telluride while still managing to destroy it from 0 to 60 miles per hour. Are we there yet? Everything was very simple before. For example, the Telluride offers one engine with FWD or AWD. There are more compatible features with the electric EV9. The 2024 EV9 is offered with RWD or AWD and in several different power levels. Base EV9 RWD models get 215 horsepower from a single motor, while the special long-range model combines the engine's 201 horsepower tuning with a larger, nearly 100 kWh battery pack. Kia predicts a range of 300 miles from this light long-range model, the longest in the series. Opt for the EV9 AWD, like our GT-Line test SUV. And you're looking at up to 379 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. In other words, we hit the big Kia from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds. That's a full 1.4 seconds faster than the top-of-the-line Toyota Grand Highlander Max Hybrid and 2.4 seconds faster than the 2023 Kia Telluride. Now there is no excuse for being late to school. Absolutely fast. Is it a sport? When driving the EV9 GT-Line, it's immediately clear that Kia didn't want to create a sporty electric SUV like the EV6 GT, but rather had a third row of seats. While the EV9 GT may still be on the way, for now we have the EV9 GT-Line, whose responses strike a balance between sportster and luxury cruiser. It really is a great place to be. You'll feel a fair amount of body roll, though the crafted ride quality is a plus. This, combined with the blocky styling you can see from the driver's seat, provides a more comfortable and purposeful driving style. Still, some Motor Trend editors found the EV9 GT-Line's inputs encourage sportier responses on winding roads thanks to its direct steering and low center of gravity. Regardless, for a car that weighs nearly 850 pounds more than the Telluride, the EV9 GT-Line has good panic braking performance. From 60 to 0 miles per hour, the EV9 traveled 118 feet, bettering the Grand Highlander Max and Telluride's 123 feet in our tests. In the real world, the EV9 offers single pedal controls that are both intuitive and not easy to use. Whether you approach the EV9 GT-Line based on how it feels or the numbers tested by Motor Trend, there's a lot to like about the way it handles. That makes sense, given that the EV9 is the only all-electric non-luxury option until Hyundai, Ford and others enter the space. Range, pro and con comfort is a big issue for three-row SUVs. And the road discomfort some feel in electric vehicles can be an issue here. Your normal driving habits will determine if this is a problem. Range on the 2024 EV9 GT-Line is expected to be 243 miles. That's not great, but other EV9 AWD models should top out at 270 miles per hour, which is better. Like all EVs, the beauty of the EV9 is that it saves you time on your weekly errand. Yes, the Telluride can go over 100 extra miles on a full tank. But we haven't heard of any Telluride owners refueling at home. With the EV9, you'll never visit a gas station if that jackpot is too big to resist. A range of 243 miles under the best conditions will hinder a long trip, but Kia tries to make up for it with fast charging capabilities. When you're away from the comfort of a home charger, the EV9 can charge from 10 to 80% in 24 minutes on a common fast charger. Three-row functionality. As a functional three-row SUV, the EV9 easily passes muster. The second-row captain's chairs are comfortable, and as with almost all three-row SUVs, the third row is less so. It's a great place to hang out as you patiently wait for the available, power-operated second-row couches to slide out of the way so you can get out. We appreciate the one-touch functionality, but the cheaper EV9s can be assembled more quickly. In the back, cargo space doesn't look competitive, but it's on par with gas-powered rivals. The EV9 can hold 20.2 cubic feet behind the third-row seats, or 43.5 cubic feet when the third row is folded down. In gassy land, the Telluride can swallow 21 cubic feet behind the third row and 46 cubic feet with the third row folded down, and that's without the EV9's front trunk, or tilt. RWD trims, light and light long range, have 3.2 cubic feet of displacement, while AWD trims, wind, land, GT-Line, offer a slimmer 1.8 cubic feet. The real showroom showpiece is the floating center console. Passengers can easily pull a lever behind the front center console to reveal a small tray table from the second row and a deep storage compartment below. Neat. 2 gold stars with a mix of capacitive buttons and physical controls, the EV9 GT-Line executes the best blend of futuristic and user-friendly design. However, we'd still like another location for the start button behind the steering wheel, awkwardly hidden below the gear wheel. Think turn signal stock, but lower. However, in this trim, the EV9 GT-Line does its best to justify the eye-popping price we'd expect for a flagship three-row SUV before considering an electric powertrain. However, the EV9's underpinnings are the whole point. This three-row SUV is faster, quieter and more efficient than any other large SUV you've ever driven. Thanks to its electric powertrain, it may have the shortest range of any large SUV you can think of. Read more, Kia EV9 vs Toyota Grand Highlander hybrid comparison test. Which brings us back to the use case. There's no doubt that the EV9 is a good SUV, and we want to spend more time with it. However, its range means that the Kia may excel in your day-to-day work. But it doesn't look so brilliant on a family road trip. Yes, of course you can charge when your kids need a bathroom break. Why didn't you go when you asked 10 minutes ago? However, as we have repeatedly reported, the public charging network is not very reliable. So it's good that this impressive Kia can fall back on its other strengths, like its handling and premium interior. Its higher price than most gas-powered three-row SUVs will limit sales compared to the Telluride. But we suspect a few people attracted to the Tesla Model X and Rivian R1S will find what they need in the EV9. The Kia EV9 gets 2 gold stars, one for what it looks like, and one for how well it performs.